let's recenter real quick. We're all here. I love every single one of you. I'm so thrilled to know you. I'm so happy you're here right now with all of us. And I just want you to know that I'm so thankful you're here and that we're doing this together. And I know what's happening. It is helping people. It is changing lives. And we have even more opportunity for that. And we have the power within each of us to accomplish that.
I also would like to acknowledge, Jeannie, that you are
Oh,
like a rock.
Me too. I would
You are
second the motion.
seriously,
Thank
I want to thank you because everyone gets really busy with their lives and you are very passionate. And I'm so grateful for that.
oh, thank you. I was thinking, why does this matter so much to me? Why do I keep showing up? It's because I can't unsee what I've seen. Even when we've done the virtual events where we weren't even in the same room together, I have been in such awe of all of you. And I actually felt that even on those virtual events, I felt like each of us, each of you in your own right, are so incredible. And when we've done these events, there's such an energy. I'm just in awe of each of you. I believe in, and I know what you bring to people and to us and to each other. And that's been valuable to me, even just being with you. So I thank you.
Rock.
Me too. Zero limits matters to me because the world as I see it is suffering. And I want to get people to the place where they realize suffering can be optional. Right now, everybody's emitting a vibration and they don't know what that vibration or frequency is. But they can change it and they can feel the difference when they get with a group of people who are already raising their vibe. So I want the people who want to see the movie Zero Limits, which is already considered to be at a frequency of miracles, to come together with me and many of the cast members of that movie so we can raise our own frequency and we can raise the frequency of the city around us, the state around us, the country around us, and ultimately the planet itself.
Zero limits is so important because I experienced the power of it in my own life. This year, I broke my leg. Last year, I broke my arm. And thanks to the cast of the Zero Limits movie, I was able to cut my healing time in half. As a joke, after 6 weeks after breaking my leg, I went with crutches into the doctor's office and imitated as if I could not stand on my leg. I could, secretly. And then when the doctors looked at the x-ray and he said, now let's start touching the floor, I jumped up, stood up, and I was balancing on the broken leg in front of the doctor. The doctor almost fainted. He was screaming at me that I should sit down because I would break my leg again. It was a bit of a risk, but I trained really hard with zero limits to achieve that. So it exists, it's possible. Don't try it at home yourself without checking your medical stuff with your doctor, but it is possible. I experienced it in my own life. It's amazing. A real secret to attract miracles in your own life, basically by just watching the Zero Limits movie.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Patrick, for that.
I love the story. It was a great visual. I saw you jumping up.
And it's real. Yeah, it's out in the video.
Very nice.
A number of years ago, actually for 15 years, I tried to write a book and it wasn't coming. There was a huge block and it was my dream to write this book. Someone invited me to a Ho'oponopono group and my life started changing. Someone who I hadn't spoken to in 14 years called me up and said, I noticed things between us have changed and I want you back in my life. I'm sorry, let's see how we can work things out. The only thing that had changed was I had already forgiven this person. They didn't know it. They didn't have to know it, but the relationship between us shifted. And on top of that, right after I forgave, the book came pouring out of me. 25 years ago, I was suicidal. I did not want to be here anymore. So the idea of suddenly going through this process and having a best-selling book would have sounded impossible. But just through the Ho'oponopono and forgiveness and believing in myself and following that dream, everything came true for me.
What Ho'opono means to me is truly, I'm thinking and back, I would say it again, it's like my life, you know? I look at what a blessing and honor to be at the first event. And I'm tearing up right now because I'm literally, Hulin is on my TV. I wish y'all could see. It's literally playing right now, Joe. Literally, he's writing on the board in Austin. And I was at that event. And I remember when he walked past, I had to physically stand up to watch him. I was so glued because I truly knew that's what we're to do. That's how we're to live. No more of this, because this doesn't get us anywhere but separated and feeling terrible. And when we take it inwards, not only does it release the other people, but you cannot dance with Ho'oponopono and be a victim. You can't do it because it is just love. And everything from the animals to the desk to a wall. Jim Rohn taught me some respect. Dr. Hu Lin taught me to love it. Walk out of that hotel room, huh, Joe, and you thank it. You love it. So literally every space I go, I carry that. And for me, it's what hell to live without that. I just can't even imagine. Go to Zero Limits, go look at it, because I'm telling you, things that you didn't even think could possibly be a block might be right in front of your face. And when you're loving it, it's just gone. I thank you, Joe, for allowing me to serve you that many years ago and be in that first room. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. And show up because your life will be forever changed.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. I felt that. That was beautiful.
I felt it too.
Just this morning, I was having a conversation with somebody very close to me who, for years, I was separated from at their request. I didn't know the prayer most of that time. And then I did. Then it came to me through Joe Vitale. And I started saying it. And I realized that forgiveness is forgiving it up. It's not for giving anything to the other person. It's just for giving it all up, whatever it is, into the universe, sending it back into energy. And at the beginning, I couldn't wrap my head around it. I just did it because I kept hearing about all the miracles. I can tell you, I'm now the recipient of those miracles. But more than that, all day long, when I'm working with my clients, I'm teaching them this because the limitations they put on themselves, the lack of love they have for themselves, the lack of patience, compassion, understanding for other people is all because of limiting beliefs. We hear about this all the time. And I was somebody who thought that, okay, if you worked hard enough to get rid of your limiting beliefs, you'd eventually get to the other side. And I spent years and thousands of dollars attempting to do that. And so have my clients, and it didn't work. I say this prayer: I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I say it sincerely, letting it go wherever it needs to go. And I would be here for days telling you the miracles that have happened in my life and in other people's lives. So I encourage everyone to watch the movie, because whether you understand it, and a lot of people say they're trying to wrap their head around it, I understand that. Watch the movie as often as you can to be in the frequency of the forgiveness, and life will change for you in the way that you would love for it to change.
Nice. Thank you, Stacy. And when you were speaking, something was coming to me also. I'm remembering that I was living in a way, even 7 years ago, where I felt like I was a shadow of myself, where I felt like, gosh, I have so much potential. People like me. Why aren't these things happening? I was trying to write a book for 10 years and I just kept not finishing it and not feeling like I was living to my full potential. And that in a way is like a living hell because it's like, what are you here for? As I embraced these different philosophies, one of the biggest things that I realized was I was limiting my experiences with different people. I was working with clients, yes. I was seeing my family and just a few immediate friends, but I wasn't growing. And I had this ceiling of where I could go when I was limiting myself to only what I've known. And once I realized that, I started expanding my reach. I started listening to more podcasts and then going to live events and going to more trainings. And progressively, it just really changed. And then the book came out within a few months. That book I've been working on for 10 years, I changed it slightly because I had this mental block. And the minute that happened, it just 3 months done. And then a few months later in this film, these things, they've been on vision boards for years, but they didn't come to be until I stepped into these rooms. And even now, I feel like no matter what's happening in my life, we all have things happening all the time. Some of us have things with our relatives, they're affecting your quality of life, but even consistently, I feel like I just flow right through them. I have the perspective, I have the capacity, and I have the support. And even just being in the room with each of you consistently, I feel like all that work I did those years ago, it's like I went here and then now I feel here and here. And it's just so much easier. It's just so much easier. And why did I waste that much time? So I would encourage anybody that feels like you're not living to your full capacity, you feel like you're not getting the support you need, you feel like you're not contributing in the world the way you want, or experiencing the financial success, the relationship fulfillment and love every day, then come show up here, be in the room with these people that I love and appreciate so much. I can't even comprehend that you can do this, that we can all do this. I've gone to events, you didn't have this personal one-on-one connection. You get personal one-on-one connection with people that I love, I trust, I respect. And I just can vouch for every single one of you because I felt the power of you. Come hang out with us and enjoy a really special time.
That's beautiful, Jeannie, because the other thing that I have found is like a personal manifestation tool. My whole life changed. All of my dreams, everything I ever wanted started happening, and with less work. Things start coming to you instead of you grinding to achieve it.
Yeah.
And that was the greatest miracle of all of these things like traveling. It's like, I can't afford to do that. And suddenly things were free. Things were showing up. People were offering things. It really is a giant manifestation tool that you just have to learn to use it, surrender, and learning to say yes.